Okay, I'll order the first December for the Windsor Planning Commission. As always, we operate from an agenda based on information primarily that I've gotten, but might be town manager, about a week before the meeting. And this is the agenda that came from that. I will assume that one of you, Jeffrey first. Yeah. All righty, good. So we have you on here, the first couple items. Since you're kind of new business for us, even though it's really old business. Yeah. So first of all, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, this is a real treat. We're going to have two sets of minutes to approve tonight. I will assume everybody's had an opportunity to take a look at the October minutes. We had some guests that night, and last meeting I mentioned about a couple changes that I wanted to do in there. Did not hook up time with Dana. So, I could get a motion. First off, any questions about the October 27th minutes, additions, changes? All right, can I get a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Okay, got a motion by Dave Grayson, second by Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, good. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 others. And the November 24th minutes, any comments, questions? Get a motion to accept the minutes of the 11/24?
Make a motion, accept
Motion by
November.
Drew, second by Dave Grayson. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. It's always good when it's unanimous. All right. Councilman Hoffman, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all. Couple things I'll bring up. What's going on? It's that time already that we're going to be starting budget preparation. January work session, we'll start doing presentations on each part of the budget. So, if there's anything that you guys know of that I might need to take to the council about the budget, please let me know, and I'll see what we can do about that.
I could comment on that one.
Sure.
I'll be making a list. So if there's anything that anybody has, if you could, feel free to bring it up at this meeting. But otherwise, you can always email me, and I'll put together something to send to Dave, because you'll be obviously you'll take it to the.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Yep. Secondly, just so you all know, we do have an agreement with the Reapers baseball to use the Lions Club field. So our Lions Club field down on the other side of the fire grounds that the town keeps up, we have an agreement with, we've been doing that for a number of years, with the Reapers baseball club. So they do a lot of maintenance and things on that field for us as well, and they have first right for their games and tournaments and things like that. So just wanted to bring that up because the field is being used regularly, and we've been doing that for a couple years now with the Reapers.
What is the Reapers?
They're a private baseball club in the area, so they're like a travel club. And
Tournament team, I think.
Like what age group?
I think it's 18 and under.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's little older kids, right?
Hardball?
Yes. Yes. Wanted to let you know that town manager Dye has been looking into the lining of our water mains. So the raw water lines that run, as you know, we have that 5 miles of super old pipe coming from our main springs, and we've been looking at options to get water closer to town and all, but we still can't forget about where our main water comes from. And so he started talking to some contractors that do water lining just to get prices on it, and it's about I don't know, 12 or 13,000 feet of water line. And we got two prices. One was about 2.6 million and one was about 3.9 million. And that's a ton of money, but it's a ton of money cheaper than if we had to replace those water lines as a whole. Not only for the cost of the excavation and the piping and all that kind of stuff, but there's right-of-way issues that we may have to secure and things like that. And lining the water lines may make it a bunch cheaper for the town to do it that way. Now, this is just exploratory, and we don't know if we're going to go that way or what we're eventually going to do, but I think it's very good on Gary's part that he's looking ahead and trying to figure out, you know, the best for the town to do on those water lines.
Line all the way up?
Yeah, all the way out to the main springs. There's a couple sections that we've already replaced some pipes up by our chlorine tank and things like that, so that doesn't count those, but we have a lot of water line that goes out to the main springs. So
Are there other municipalities that have done that? Something as old as this?
yeah, we've
Common procedure now.
yeah, it is a common procedure, and if you remember, we did that in town on our sewer lines. We've relined them and saved a ton of money by doing that. It was much cheaper to do that, and it lasts a long time. So it's a cement, right? They like put in a balloon kind of thing and pump cement around it, and they do sections at a time, and it's very interesting. And it's you know, they go from manhole to manhole. I know on the sewer thing, and it's pretty.
Are there manholes?
No, it would be a
Right.
different deal out there, but it is lining them.
My understanding is that came from the UK. I read that one time, that the British designed that, engineered that.
You know, there's some streams that we cross and things like that. So you know, these are just estimates. You don't know when we're beside streams if there's erosion and things like that. That causes us to have to do additional kind of work, and we don't know what exactly we would run into, but we would run into those same issues if we had to, you know, dig the pipe up or next to the pipe and put in a new pipe. That would be tremendous.
And I'm sure there's not a guarantee, but what is kind of a useful life for the?
Yeah, I don't know all the specifics of the guarantees for the water line lining. I don't know that.
This is a reason for people to come to the town council meetings, and not to put you in the spot having the answer all. Thank you.
Well, Gary probably knows a lot more about that than I do. I guarantee that.
Thank you for bringing it. It's citizens that's
Yes. And last thing, at our last meeting, we talked about the February 4th public hearing. I know that you're probably talking about that for the water resource element, but I needed to check to see if I could be there because it's the same night as the town council meeting, and it looks like it's not an issue if for some reason that meeting ran late and I wasn't to get back here in time. There's still a quorum for the town council meeting. So as of now, that would be a go on February 4th. Mark's working that, and we'll talk about that later. That's all.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
And Javier did mention that he wasn't going to be able to make the meeting. And I did forward all the maps to everybody, and there were a couple minor additions that, and he sent those out. I'm not sure, I don't recall, he sent them out today. Or maybe it was like Friday afternoon. I don't know if they went to everybody or not, but I'll make sure everybody got those. They are going to do a print. Unfortunately, in the letters that I think I CC'd everybody when I asked for 11 by 14, actually they'll do 11 by 17. That was 11 by 14 is the old legal paper, but we'll get the big size ones for those of us with older eyes. Wanted to give an update because there's been a fair amount of activity since our last meeting. About we had Dave and I were at a meeting with the mayor and about the Springdale master plan. That they somewhat brought that to us a couple months ago. If you recall, there were a couple phases that they had 4 phases, and they were trying to coerce us into going to at least 1 or 2. We did not even take a vote on that. See, that's what happens when you sit on the side of the room. See?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know, When is that aftershave making? I don't know. Oh, gosh. So we, so I left out, Wayne was there also, and Michelle. So we've been working on a letter, and I saw Gary's thing saying could respond by Monday when I did, but the time I was responding, he was already sending that out.
Yeah, there was a lot of input. It wasn't dramatic changes. It was more, comma instead of a semicolon sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
It's gone out.
the bottom line on it is they need to give us a whole lot more information before we're going to be able to even begin to process any of their requests. So
And even when we had them here, we said we weren't at a spot that we could go and even begin to look at their plans because they had to do some groundwork with the town, probably the state and the county. So Gary, or there's a letter that came from, it's going to be coming, or did come from Kevin, went out today, this afternoon, to the principal president of Springdale. And we will see how that goes. But it's a couple-page letter outlining these are the general themes of what you need to start, coming up with some answers. It will probably be a while before it gets to us, but we'll keep you in the loop as best we can. The 10-year plan, as it was presented to us, sounds like it's now a 25-year plan. Okay. Mm-hmm. But that's part of what I put in. I like clarity of what it is. Either way, it's not something that happens in a month or two. This will be going on probably this time next year. We'll still be chatting. The next item on our agenda is the Mr. Furr, if you would like to chat with us. If I can just give a quick little background. I think I mentioned the last meeting that we would be having this, and that we did have, and I think it was 2018 is when we, were you the one that presented to us then?
No.
No, okay, I didn't think so. Okay, but 2018, and it was the site behind Rebecca's house that is behind the alley from the post office. But it was going to be four lots, and you're coming with a change. Not everybody was here then, so would ask if you could chat with them about this. Sure. And I don't know if I've got that because I don't have internet access. I've got something. I did send that out. Would you send to me? I did forward to everybody. I can look for it if you'd like to start chatting, but I don't know. I don't think I've got it saved on here. I'm not on it.
Print anything out?
Yeah. Did anybody happen to print?
I have a paper plan if you want to see.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
On your side.
Actually, we just did it in the center of the room in this kind of.
Yeah.
And of anybody, the gentleman over there in the blue is the one that most is used to looking at these kind of documents.
I'll give you a small sheet and I'll hold the big sheet up.
Okay, thank you.
So originally, I think this had come to you as a 4-lot subdivision.
okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, before they had one coming back through
There
here.
was a funky driveway to get to at
Yeah,
least one of the properties.
the 4th lot originally was positioned up to the north side of the site. If you don't see it, the 4th lot initially ran across the site. The driveway kind of sneaking back. Due to the topography, if you go out and look at the site, you can kind of see it's a pretty nice rolling hill. The 4th lot didn't make sense as far as engineering goes, as far as earthwork goes, or getting utilities back and certainly to access.
Coming in between here and then Hartzler and putting a road in here and building. I didn't like that either.
A 3-lot layout, which is basically 3 lots running straight back to property. There'll be 3 single-family residentials.
And that is that Lambert that's standing on the bottom?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Lambert,
so
Lambert on the
original.
bottom, and, Pilson Drive, the alleyway.
Yeah.
Each lot will have
Sorry, he didn't write his brother.
That's about all there is to the utilities. There'll be some on-lot stormwater management, which will be in the form of downspout dry wells. Do we have anything else, Eric, on there for stormwater?
No, except for there's a shallow grass area right next to the driveways, which just soaks up some water.
Yeah, we'll have some, possibly some disconnect areas, which is done by grading and grass to offset some of the paving that we're at. There will be a retaining wall, which would be on the east side of the property, just to accommodate grading and to maintain some, a little bit of separation from the adjoiner there.
How high will the retaining wall be? It is high.
It is, I don't know how high that was here.
Yeah, I think at its peak it's about a 10-foot wall.
About 10 feet at the highest. It's shallower at the top and shallower at the bottom. The deepest part will be kind of in the center of the lot.
So is there plans, I'm sorry, is there plans then to have some kind of railing on that wall from Hartzler's property?
We haven't shown, but we certainly could incorporate railing at the top for
I
safety.
think you had
required.
Something on College Avenue, right, Dave?
I'm sorry?
College Avenue is where we had the work done and we had them put a railing up there on top of that retaining wall.
Yes, Glenn's saying that he thinks it's 6 foot.
I believe the requirement's 6 foot, you have to have a railing. Yeah.
There's mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll incorporate railing for the full length. That's not a problem. There's nothing special. There will be a little bit of excess cut from the site that the client will have to find the appropriate place to haul off a little bit of dirt. We just don't have room to accommodate the fill based on this. Sure. Other than that, there's really not much going on that site. It's pretty straightforward.
Now you have
Is there a curb on Lambert Avenue now?
home design that'll be built in there.
We don't have the specific plans yet, but we're planning for a home that'll be.
On that.
Can you get to a point, you can come to us again and share with us, because that's what we've been doing with the other developments. We haven't had many, but we want to have.
Lambert Avenue, those lots.
Okay. To be able to somewhat blend in with the town.
Yeah, sure, understood.
Not all glass, right?
Yeah. These will be what I would call normal residential dwellings, yeah.
And 2-story?
2-story, yeah. Other than that, there's really not any infrastructure proposed on the site.
I felt like the setbacks look like they fit within our town code. Sorry, I didn't come prepared to be able to show it up here on the screen.
So I have a couple questions.
Sure.
You mentioned about you might have some dirt or whatever, you gotta find a place, so you may wanna talk to the town. Down at our Public Works Department, we may have a place or a need to, that you'll have to talk to them, I don't know, I'm just offering that as a possibility. Secondly, when I was looking at the plans, up in the back, I thought I saw maybe the back of each property was a stormwater, maybe a retention. It was in the back of the properties in the corners, did I?
I need to go see these.
These are downspout, these are underground
Okay,
dry wells, yeah.
They're dry wells.
Yeah.
they're dry wells.
Each individual lot.
For each individual lot, we'll have two dry wells
One in there.
per.
So they're really deep then, I imagine, because that, looking at the topography of that land and
That 5 feet is 5 feet's the max cover?
5 feet's the max
Yeah, so
cover.
they'll be 5 feet or less under existing grade on top.
okay.
So you have 2 of them on each lot?
Yeah, I
2 on
see.
each lot, yeah.
And then these are, I was taking it sidewalks all the way down?
Nope, this is a water and sewer connection.
Okay, I was
Yep.
wondering, that didn't make sense
Is
to me
there-
when I
yeah,
was
no
trying to see
sidewalks.
that.
Is there an
Okay.
existing curb on Lambert?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bituminous, I think, isn't it? Or-
I think that's a cement curb.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a cement curb the whole way, would have to be cut.
So you would just redo that and then you would tie the sidewalk together and everything there?
So I don't think there's any sidewalk on this
There is
side.
no sidewalk on either side.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
I mean, we certainly could offer sidewalk across the front of the
I would-
property, but
yeah,
don't
I would
know
think
what it
from
would
the-
really
From the
tie.
alley to the property line, or even, yeah. And what about the repairs in Lambert Avenue? Is that designed anytime to get overlaid?
We just did it.
Just did it.
Yes, last year. Or this past fall, we just,
So they have to dig back into that to dig up the water and sewer to run it to the property line?
unless it's coming off of
Yeah,
Lambert.
they're all coming off.
They're
the road.
all, Lambert's the.
Lambert would be the, yeah, I don't think there's anything in that alley.
Yeah. Is there a landscaping plan?
I think it's sheet 9.
I think at this point, we're just
You just put
proposing
street trees.
street trees, but we can certainly offer more if we would like some kind of
Yeah, I think we
screening.
are provided screening on the one side because it's exposed to an alley.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of screening on this lot.
Okay,
Up
yeah.
towards the back, just the screening,
That would be, yeah.
a few uses, but, we certainly could provide more if you want to shade.
You might want to consider screening on this house too,
For that side.
and then just as that side too.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think if they're screening the one side, protecting the one house, you wouldn't want to put screening on the other side?
Yeah.
Or-
Sure.
Any other thoughts, questions from the group?
So these lots, you'll be leveling off the lots, so they'll essentially be sitting at a little lower grade than, say, the Hartster property next door? Because they're kind of go up a little grade to there. Gonna be a retaining wall of about 10 foot.
86, so the houses themselves will be, let's see. I don't know what the first floor of the adjoiner is. They'll be similar in elevation. They won't be that far off. There's a 488 contour at the back side of his house, and the back side of our homes are about 82, 83, so about 5 feet of difference for the house itself. It won't be dramatic, but there'll be some elevation difference on the roof lines.
How many square feet are the two homes, oh, no, the two floors?
What's 38 by 46? Maybe twice that.
About 2,500?
Yeah, something
I mean, I'm close.
You said
Yeah.
28,
Yeah, they're about 60 by 40, yeah, 2,400.
so
What is it?
yeah, so if you do 38 times 42 times 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting like 3,000.
Yeah.
Garages,
Pardon?
garages?
I assume they'll have a garage here.
In front of the house?
In front.
Yeah.
Yep, front load.
And a full basement?
I assume they'll have full basement too, yeah. Yeah, I assume they'll need to have garage and full basement to make these,
And Dave, I'm assuming since there's not a lot of property, that this would still, with these three homes, would there's not an issue with the water.
Correct, yeah. I think that was factored in, in the town's capacity, the 3 lots.
Yeah, we had spoken to Gary early on, he didn't seem to be done.
Is that mice or what is it?
I think it's mice, because I'm not seeing any humans. So we don't wanna call Wayne a mouse.
That's what bodyguards are for.
Oh, well. See if anything bites you, go back, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
We need to take a vote on this, right?
Well,
Plan.
that's, where are we? Is this a concept plan approval? I mean, we're not to the preliminary plan stage yet, I don't think you have.
Yep, this is in for concept.
This is in for concept, so, yeah, you can vote on it conceptually and say 3 lots of this approximate size with an approximate this, that, and the other thing are okay. I mean, that's a relatively informal process.
Is that a technical term, this, that?
This, that, and the other, yeah,
This,
but
that,
you
and
gotta
the
make sure and the other is
And the
involved.
other in there, okay. Yeah, I'd like to be on record that we.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That way they know that they can proceed with this general concept until, any other questions come up?
Right. Oh, by the way, hi, Kevin.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
That's okay, glad you're here.
Me too.
All right, can I get a motion to, accept the concept plan that's been presented to us? Let's see here. I put, okay, by BPR Civil Design, is that the name of the firm, for the 3 properties off of Lambert. So that would be, I guess, north of Lambert. Yeah, north of Lambert, with this, that, and the other. Can I get a motion?
Well,
Oh,
I have,
okay.
I have a question before. The adjoining landowners, have they been notified or aware of the,
So the process for a minor in Carroll County doesn't require
Oh,
any
okay.
notification, so,
okay, okay.
Well, the Carroll County process isn't necessarily our process.
True.
That having been said, I don't think we require one either.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
I just need to make sure everybody understands that we are distinct. Even though everything that we take in, they see,
Certain.
but they look at it from our rules and our perspective. Generally, unless it's stormwater management, blah, blah, blah.
And maybe what we can do when you come in with the design, when this gets posted online, the agenda, I have another note put on there for the community so they can also be aware that, you might want to pay attention, to either come to the meeting or watch it online. I can make that announcement, and then maybe also we can announce it at the town council meeting too. Okay?
I think, I think by eliminating the 4th house and not creating the alley behind Hartzler and the existing houses up on Maple, I think that's gonna solve a lot of the problems. And I don't really see an issue if they're willing to put a little screening, which they did between the properties, and this is a pretty clean layout, if you ask me, so.
Yeah, much.
Better than what we had before, because I know we had a lot of questions about.
Yeah.
With that, especially that little
Yeah, it was
driveway
weird.
that went around, so good. Okay. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve it conditionally, and then we'll see what the next step is, the preliminary and the final, and then go from there.
Motion by Glenn,
I'll second it.
second by Kevin. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 7-0. Thank you, gentlemen. You're free to begin your holidays, or you can certainly
They just mentioned that
Thank you for coming in.
Kevin sent a letter to them.
Oh,
Here's your title sheet.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Yep, thank you.
Terrific ballot.
Is on the other side?
Got to go to Gainesville, Virginia this morning.
Up on Church Street.
Oh, yeah.
That's his residence.
Oh, it's personal,
Yeah, it's
okay.
personal residence.
2000
Yeah, that's,
Chevy Blazer that I got in September of 20.
All right, I feel better now.
It is.
I got 97 of them.
I used to go to the wrong post office all these years.
I took this job, so I wouldn't have to do that.
I have one other item that I had on the announcements, but really, they reminded me, I was just an update. Last month, we briefly chatted about who could be available for that February 4th meeting. Because the choice was, the town could have its own public hearing, or we could go and dovetail with the county, or the county planning commissioners on the water resource element. And we chatted about it briefly, and the general felt like we'd be willing to be part of the county's public hearing, which is going to be on the 4th. Yes, February 4th at 6 o'clock. I'll also include that next month's meeting as a reminder, but I'm also doing it now. I did reach out to the county and let them know that. Denny, who I think was here once.
Yeah, she was here with that.
Yep, when they wanted us to come up and talk to the planning commission. I went to. So I will, I've already let them know that that's what we were planning, that we were not going to have a separate public hearing. We would be part of the one that was up in the county. And we would need to have a quorum there, and that's what Dave was alluding to, that he could be one of those 4 minimum to be here. I know I can't. I think in general, I think everybody said they'd be willing to.
yeah.
And it's
I'll
in
be-
room 3 up at the office.
What is there? We have to take a few just precautionary steps to make sure we don't wind up having an inadvertent illegal public meeting that's not advertised. If everybody goes, then you run the risk of being an open meeting, because you have the membership there that could take action. And I have seen it many times, is that everybody starts out very innocently, not intending to like talk to each other even, but that doesn't ever happen. And if 3 of you sit in the front row, or 4 of you sit in the front row, or the back row, and somebody says, well, that sounds like a good idea, poof, you are running the risk that you're having an open meeting. It's not difficult to advertise that there's a hearing and XYZ people are gonna, planning to attend, no town business will be done, whatever, blah, blah. But I would much rather have that notified and clear, even if you all sit separately and pretend you hate each other, that's okay, but I just be aware that if before you get to that date, if it looks like you're gonna have 4 or more of you, there are other steps we need to take. They're easy steps, but we need to take them.
Okay.
Well, we have to have 4 of us there. We have to have a quorum present.
For the planning commission here, I guess,
Yes.
yeah, if it's gonna be
Yes, we do.
constituting a
So
hearing.
we are gonna have that,
we'll
so
have
if
to-
there's,
We'll have to think about how to do that. That in and of itself isn't a problem. It's, I guess I'm confusing myself with the conflict with you being at the council meeting. It's, we'll figure it out and we'll make sure it gets done right.
Would, publication,
Yeah, we just need to publicize that the planning
publicize.
commission is going to be at, wherever. Just as if you were having a tour of a facility, if you all decided you were gonna go look at the Lambert's subdivision property, and you were all going at one time, that has to be listed as the commission is here doing a tour of the Lamberts, and no decisions will be made, or whatever we have to write. We just need to make sure it gets put wherever all those kind of notices need to get put.
Okay, and so I know our meetings are put out there on the town website. Is that sufficient if we were to say there will be a public hearing on the February 4th at the county office building?
If the website is where, and the only where, that meetings are advertised, then I think advertising it on the website is adequate. I know I used to tell you to post up at the post office, but they won't let you do that apparently anymore. And we used to have a little signboard out front that's gone. So, the website, the Facebook, anywhere that the town would ordinarily put out information. That's where it should go. And town is great. I will tell you, because I follow you on Facebook. And I'm always so happy to see there's a lot of stuff coming out of New Windsor on Facebook. So that's good that, you know, that they're used to thinking in those terms.
So I know Gary says he looks at these meetings and Dana looks at these meetings. So-
These meetings.
These meetings.
Yeah.
So, looking for Dana or Gary to
Yeah,
leave
it's
that
just,
notice for
yeah,
us.
at the end of, once we're in the middle of January, that's plenty of time for a February 4th meeting. We just need to make sure we don't forget to put it in there.
You're putting us on the,
I am.
trust.
I'm blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay, I love those technical terms. Alrighty. Just didn't go long enough to say this, move on. Okay. So, what I sent out to everybody was, and I know we've had different iterations of this over the years, but this was the latest. And I do this as two separate files, just because there's so much detail in the table of contents, it keeps changing. And then, of course, there are the maps. So, first of the files that I sent was New Windsor Comprehensive Plan Intro. Got them from the sound. And then the table of contents, list of acronyms that we've used throughout, the maps. And I had these words put in there, the most recent one. And then there's the various tables that are out there. So this is a listing of those items. And that will go in the front of the hard copy. Then we have the actual comprehensive plan that we've been working from. And let me pull that up because that's what we'll be working on tonight. And what I sent everybody, they have the word December in the file heading, so that way you can tell that apart from the other ones that have been sent to you. And one of the items that, because of having the changing in the administration who was putting these together from, I don't even remember how we began, but then we had Emily Ann, and then I took it over from her. I sent the words out to everybody, and we hadn't got the census data. And then when I got that together, I sent the version out. This version that I sent that says December 2025 has all of that information combined together. And we've not really discussed those tables and the numbers that were in there. The tables that you had with what I sent had the 2000 information. The tables now have the 2020. And I'll never forget our esteemed attorney sitting there commenting for about 5 minutes about one of the tables because I had forgotten that we had old data that was in there. So you have, this is the latest, and it really would be of value to have other eyeballs on it, because what I did was take the tables, put them together, and put words of what I interpreted from those tables, and it would really be of value. And I kind of mentioned that 2 months ago that I would send this out, and then did not mention it last month. So, but I put it on the agenda for this month's meeting. But at the pleasure of the group, we could just continue on with the verbiage now, and maybe next month look at those tables, or if I hear that people have looked at the tables and are willing to comment on them. But I do think we need to have another set of eyes on these. That's our first decision tree. We continue on with the verbiage of where we are and come back to that, or do we go and spend a little time on those tables? Makes no difference to me either way. I'm looking at this, I'm too close into the weeds. And then I will also add, there'll be a final version of this, because we're pretty close to the end. When we pull these, when I put these two files together, we will all get a hard copy. You all have an electronic. And then the county, Javier is already starting to accumulate some notes and some suggestions. I know the county has to do a review anyway. This will go to the town council for their review also, and then it will come back to us either as an acceptance or here's some things we'd like to see differently or change or for us to discuss. Because our role is to make the recommendation to the council. The council will vote on the comprehensive plan. And, for example, I will put together a summary for this group of some of the highlights. For instance, the Hoff property, what we did with the Hoff property. We voted to include them as part of the growth area boundary. But, that'll be highlighted so that the council may decide, we are in support of that. Then we have to have a discussion about, because it's us. The council is the legal authority, but if we make a recommendation, I'm not sure how that works. If we make a recommendation, they don't agree with it. Do we have to accept it, or do we have a discussion?
A discussion is always a good place to
Yes,
start.
yes.
The goal is to be able to have enough discussion that you can reach a compromise. That's not
Yes.
always possible.
That's where you come in.
That's, yeah.
So-
Me and Marco Rubio traveling the globe, solving problems.
We retired, we aren't traveling the globe anymore. Okay. So,
Yeah, it can be very thorny, I'll be candid, but
yeah.
more often than not, those things get resolved.
Yeah, and I'm not expecting any thorniness. I think our thorniness is going to come from the county. Because I think that they have requirements that recently passed. State requirements.
Oh, state requirements,
State
okay.
requirements. And, I don't know, because we began this so long ago, whether it be grandfathered or not. But we will cross that when we come to it. I pointed that out to the mayor and the town manager.
And they shook their heads ruefully.
That's right. We would like to see this end because we want to get to the code and start really going through the code.
I'm excited for that, yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, for the newcomers, you'll love that. It's really fun.
It's not that bad.
No, it's less grueling. All right, so, decision trees. Anybody had a chance to look at any of the tables and want to chat any about those, or we want to?
I didn't get a chance to look at them, I'm gonna say.
I have not had a chance to go through all those.
Now, I will add, this is not fun stuff sitting at home on your computer looking at it. It might be fun looking at it together here.
I didn't open all the 20 attachments.
Because it is demographics, it is things like, what the average house value is versus what it was, 20 years ago, and, education level and stuff like that. So to me, that's about the only real fun that I've had in doing this. It's a little bit eye-opening. But again, this is 2020 data for the most part. We're now 5 years later. When Gary and I had discussions and there were meetings about how many people we have in town, the numbers are very different now than the 2020 census because Snyder Summit was still building. I think they might even still been building in 2020. But they certainly are, increased the number of citizens.
Yeah.
I think even the reserve still may have had a couple openings, right? Still?
No, reserves finished
totally
out.
finished?
I'm pretty, yeah, there's,
2020? Okay. All right. So, anybody have an opinion one way or the other?
Nope, we stick with maybe the verbiage.
All right. I'm
I mean,
fine with
since
doing
the
that.
table information would take more research and what,
Well, there's not gonna be any more research I'm
Well,
hoping. It's just be
yeah,
changing
yeah.
the verbiage or,
I mean,
I don't
that's
see
just-
those numbers that way or
Yeah.
something like that, or
Yeah.
maybe we don't need to have it in there. There are a couple things that have been pulled out. One in particular I will mention is there was, and again, we were led on doing this by a planner from the Carroll County. Carroll County planner. And, so what goes into this, what doesn't go into it? She kind of guided us on the elements. And this version is just kind of an updating of that, of more current data. But it's not really changing the concept of, what goes in and what doesn't. But there was a section on the rental properties. And since all the data, back when we did this in 20-aughts, I guess 20-aughts, was all provided by the county. The county does not have the data. County people have said they don't have it on rentals. So we don't have that in the plan, and I'll point that out when we get to it. So what I would then ask, because each one of these tables in here stands alone, and then right after each of the tables, or just before, but most of the time it's just right at the table, there will be a paragraph talking about what the data says it shows. And for the most part, it is a comparison of 2000 to 2020. And, I think there were some pretty cool eye-opening things in there, but I'll ask that you take a look at those, and then next month we'll make that the first item that we'll go through, and just roll through. This is, I don't remember, I think we got like 28 tables, I think it is. Just 24 tables, okay. Alrighty, so we'll do the Drew method.
Well, I mean, that's,
No, that's okay.
I mean, that's,
You spoke up first, it's okay. We're on the battlefield, so there's nobody getting shot, so it's good, it's okay to speak up first. All right. Think. And if you recall, 2 months ago, because last month we didn't get around to doing this, there were a couple of tables that we had in here. One of them was a listing of resources that we could reach out to nationally or in the state. We pulled that out, and there were a couple of items that were taken out. So we're now down to like 97 pages. And since we were starting at like 151, I think we made some progress. All right, so 73 is where I have notes saying where we left off. Yep, there we go. So we are at the we're chapter 11, page 73. Okay, the recommended actions we had in chapter 11, I might as well refresh everybody's memory what that's about. Historic and cultural resources. What we had in here, probably the biggest item we had in here was a table of all different places you can go for government funding, if you're doing something to your home. We pulled that table out. So we've gone through, there was the listing of the, we had a little discussion about the storage structures that are here. This is the table that was in there.
Yep.
The last time we did this plan, and obviously it was stored then, it's going to be stored now. There's no addition to this. I didn't get anything from Carroll County, so but I'm still marking this as the date of 2006. Carroll County plan hasn't given anything additional. And I did ask Lisa McCure, who is the president of the New Windsor Heritage, and I'll reach out to her, see if there's anything she might have to add to this, but a couple people I reached out to, there wasn't anything. So then we had a little bit on community needs, and we are now at recommended actions. That's where we are picking up tonight. So, from the versions that people have that they made notes on, said anything jump out in this first one that you read, you'd like to see changed or commented on, or?
Is the New Windsor Heritage Committee still in?
Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't, that was my only question. I just didn't know that they were still around to make sure that that was still a valid group.
Oh, you're breaking my wife's heart. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just don't tell her.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to list the.
Are you still a member of the
members in
secretary?
I'm sorry. I said, I don't think we need to list The Heritage Committee has approximately 15 members, some in the town, some not, and I don't think that's.
Oh, okay. So just take that whole sentence out, you think? Or that would be like?
Well, I think the Heritage Committee, although not affiliated with the town government, is to say the Heritage Committee is not affiliated with the town government.
Oh, okay.
Like say the committee is concerned with activities.
Yeah, I thought the rest of it.
Yeah, the rest of it would be fine.
Okay, so 15 members, I mean, it's still around that number.
Well, I don't think it's,
But they don't, it's not at all?
I just think we should.
Yeah, I'd leave it out.
Okay.
Figure it out.
The Heritage Committee, obviously, which is not affiliated with the town government, is concerned with activities that promote school. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I think- You know, that archaeology thing hasn't gone in a while, but I can't say that it's dead either. Because I know that, there's been talk with Springdale, as that's something that they could get involved with, so I'm kind of inclined to want to still leave that in there, even though it's dormant, we'll call it, it's not dead, it's dormant. It's been a couple years since we did a house tour, but I don't think that's ended, it's just, you have the same 15 people forever.
Yeah, mhm.
It's kind of, but nobody's getting younger. I guess we could probably take out the 1994, since that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember when Lincoln came through?
Sorry, after George slept too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. I'll say a walking tour has been developed. Or a walking tour exists. Item 2.
So all the specifics that we have in item 2 for the sign.
For signs.
Information, that's all in our code, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think any of that should be here.
I agree. Especially because it might change.
That's right, and we would never think to change it in both places.
And the last thing you want to do is to be changing your master plan if you decide to change a sign.
Right,
So,
so it's all in the code. We should leave it in the code, that's where it belongs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you could reference that, point to the code from here,
Yeah.
but don't put the specifics.
so what are you recommending? Just take all of section 2 out?
No, I think you could put some verbiage. The town of New Windsor has a sign,
Code?
Sign regulations applicable in various whatever.
that they can be found in the.
Yeah, exactly.
town code.
So we can cross this out.
so all this size, lettering, illumination, all that comes in.
We don't need all that stuff in here.
Okay. Done.
Boom, we like that.
So all the way down to 3 comes out?
Mhm.
Okay. Done. Okay, the Main Street one.
Well, before you move on, this is under recommended actions. Number 2 says, recommended action is to review and revise the Windsor sign code to ensure blah, 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 blah. So is that really an action anymore?
Well,
We-
it is something that you do either
It's regularly reviewed.
at a broad sense that you review the whole code, or you review for a particular potential use or whatever. So a review of your town code on zoning is ongoing depending on need. And as circumstances change, the town code regarding zoning and signage will, be occasionally updated, something like that. I mean, I think that's sort of,
It's just an ongoing
Yeah,
action.
yeah. it's sort of obvious, but because your code isn't frozen.
Correct.
Town of New Windsor has a section of its town code which is dedicated to signage and is regularly reviewed as needed.
Yeah, I think that does it,
Town code 2 words or 1?
too.
Ooh. All right, Dave, you've been living with this Main Street, streetscape, whatever we call it. What you got is,
Well, we're finally making strides, we're getting there, we're getting close. We're getting close, I just did the final review of our plan, the state, in early December 10th. So things are moving forward, so I think we wanna, we need to say something about that. We need to continue to support the Main Street.
I would say not continue developing, or I would say continue to support the development.
Right.
Yeah, continue to support the development. I like that.
and it's a state initiative, right?
It's a state funded,
Initiative?
Joint partnership.
joint, yeah.
It's not really a partnership, though, because they do certain things and we do certain things.
I mean, they're doing the bulk of it, we had things that we had to do to continue to move forward. I mean, they have a lot of resources dedicated to this project.
How about the state-town joint Main Street effort or streetscape?
Or town input or something. I don't know how.
How about a joint undertaking?
And I think we need to get the word sidewalk in there. Well, and the reason is because the state's program is about sidewalks. and
Okay.
The streetscape goes along with it, but sidewalks is,
ADA compliant, all that stuff, yeah.
Pedestrian.
they use the word sidewalk.
Oh,
You could throw all kinds of words. You could say sidewalk and any other necessary pedestrian access. Put as many words in there as possible.
Continue to support the state-town joint
sidewalk, and I would put slash streetscape activity, because I mean, they are funding lots of stuff through that, but it's all under the auspices of.
What do they call it nowadays? They don't call it streetscape.
No, it's got a sidewalk thing in it, but it gets called everything under the sun.
Yeah. Is that on
They
the,
use
on the
project-
mile
they use
long,
project number, so it doesn't really even matter.
is it on the mile long map back there that we could figure out what word that, is it still back up there, that whole
I
long
think so.
thing on the side?
Does that work? Continue to support the state / town joint sidewalk / streetscape undertaking?
Yeah, that's
fine.
I mean, because it's been an ongoing thing, that's fine.
So still want to keep the rest of this in? And obviously, it's more than 20 years since, so it doesn't change. The last sentence, if and when funding becomes available, but it sounds like maybe just with available fund, with the
The funding is supposed to be.
with the apparent available funding.
Yeah. Still,
How about anticipated instead of apparent?
Yeah. Is it actually from State Highway Administration?
Is it exclusively from State Highway Administration?
Then I feel comfortable saying that. I'm trying to see if I have her latest email.
Instead of apparent, you suggested.
Anticipated. Apparent just feels a little snarky to me. Accurate perhaps, but snarky.
See, they call the whole thing the sidewalk retrofit project, but I would.
Retrofit.
But I would keep streetscape in there as well, because that. to
Anything it's
everyone
ever
else
been called, we're
shows
gonna
it's
put it.
more than just a sidewalk
Joint
retrofit.
Sidewalk retrofit / streetscape.
I would put that, yes. And they do call it the State Highway Administration, and then it has a whole project number thing.
See if we can create an acronym out of all that.
And the milestone we just did on the 10th was the final review for the MD 31 New Windsor Sidewalk Retrofit Project is what they, yeah, so.
These efforts may be further supported with the physical streetscape enhancements included in the anticipated State Highway Administration funding.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see. What's the individual elements of this 4-part strategy? I don't know.
There's still 4 parts.
That's
full language.
Yeah, that's,
Market opportunities for appropriately scaled businesses. Commercial redevelopment. No. Do you want to have anything in here about additional benefits such as facade improvement grant program and assessment fees or abatement of town property taxes?
I don't.
Right.
Abatement of town property taxes.
What about if I take that whole paragraph out?
I think that whole paragraph could go.
What, leave in the abatement?
Especially
Can't
for
say
people
I've
who
heard
live
that.
right on High Street. Those people really need an abatement of their property taxes.
I think we can rotate through developments, you know, we'll do Atlee Ridge 1 year, we'll abate their tax, you know, just to get people to move into the territory.
It's like Santa Claus goes to this neighborhood 1 year and that neighborhood 1 year.
Well, you can see how that would go over.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna move for a year and then.
Boy, this is really laid on thick. Number 4.
Did we create a design guide in the pattern book?
No.
For what? I can't read it.
Oh, they, well, it,
No, that's okay. We have design guidelines. In the code, there are design guidelines. I don't really know that I would call it a pattern book. Sounds kind of like Butterick to me, but I'm really old.
I saw pattern book, I laughed, yeah. Yes, your shutters can only be rectangular. No square patterns, I'm sorry.
There we go.
Are design guidelines available through the town then?
They're in the code. They're in the subdivision regulations section of the code.
Do we want to,
I mean,
since this is
we
recommended
haven't had
action,
anything new come in a long time, so I haven't really looked at them.
Recommended action to say create the design guide, but it seems we already have done that.
Yeah.
Right, so should we review them like we did on the.
Yeah, instead of create,
design code,
review design
verbiage
guidelines.
for design.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want the pattern.
No, it's not, we can get rid of the pattern book.
Say delete that, yeah.
Yeah, get the design guidelines.
What was the other one? Simplicity.
Design guidelines and.
I think it's a pattern to get rid of the pattern book.
Yeah, so we're getting sillier by the minute here.
December.
Capitalization. Okay. We want to keep any of this? Like maybe just keep the first paragraph and then at the end, I could say something like towards this end, that we have guidelines in the,
Town code.
Town
Town
code.
code includes a series of design guidelines.
Code for review.
kept all the fluff of this paragraph. And then the town code has specific guidelines if review is needed. Okay, now I'll get rid of the rest. Because there it gets a little more specific about remodeling front door.
Yeah. I think we might want to pay attention to side doors, but front doors, they,
I was thinking about calming mounds.
I don't wanna ever talk about calming mounds again.
About one-way streets.
But no alleys.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, not one-way route. All right.
Five doesn't seem to have anything in it that would be bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything bad in this. The recommend action, we're just saying it's not.
It's a little long, for, we could probably say it a lot quicker. Yeah, I wouldn't think you need to give the whole reason why we're doing the review, just say that we're gonna do one.
Well,
I mean,
just as the thought that to have some of the, just as we have up here in Windsor has a rich architectural heritage, just kind of talk a little bit about that section and then, you know, the recommended action, we do a review.
yeah.
Periodically, and it's not have all of the verbiage. Just a thought, or I could just do the same thing, one sentence. What's pleasure?
I think leave it in, it's all right.
Get rid of this and just, okay. All right. You know, it won't be long, the holidays will be over and everybody's gonna have all this free time and wonder what you're gonna do because it's cold, you're not out working in the yard. You're gonna have this.
You're gonna wanna read the plan.
Exactly, you're gonna have these 100 pages to read through one final time.
By the fire.
I mean, I can't wait. I'm baking.
With a little hot toddy.
Look, or cocoa by the fire.
Bring the cookie supply in.
That's got the cookie.
Yeah, that would be better.
Oh, this is great.
There that goes. Sounds good.
Okay. Oh, I like this. Seek to ensure that development of the perimeter of the new Windsor CPA.
The perimeter.
Not the inside,
That's right.
just the outside.
What was that term earlier, like a green belt or something, a transitional, what was?
Earlier today or earlier in this process?
Earlier in this process, seems like there was something,
Well, I know that the county likes the concept of green belts around
Yeah.
the municipalities. The area of green belt was originally supposed to be just a green belt around Washington. It was during the Roosevelt administration. How did that work out?
it's a whole community. It's a whole,
I lived in Greenbelt.
Yeah, now it's kind of the dark gray belt, I think. But I don't know that we have like official plans to have, and it's not in our control anyway, because that's all the county's control.
Why don't we just take that one out? Number 6.
Wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't see where it offers anything.
Yeah.
That all-important first impression. That's what signs are for.
Okay, go pull it out. That's a
Going once, going twice.
sold.
Boom.
I seem to recall we had a discussion once about, because this shows up a lot, this whole explanation of fiscal implications, just like this one. We would have it in here, I think, once, say it.
Yeah.
And then just roll into fiscal implications.
Like say at the end of every paragraph, they're always got, I mean, it's gonna have fiscal implications, but say all will be summarized in the end or something, or?
I will volunteer to go back and find the first time we talk about this and have this in there. And then the other sections will just have fiscal implications and then just do a numerical.
Yeah.
Right now. How does that sound?
I kind of agree, it's because,
Like it was a copy and paste to every
Yeah.
section.
You could just put all will be revealed.
fiscal implications, yes.
Yes, there certainly will be.
There will be. We can kind of tell you what we think they're gonna be, but guess what? That's exactly all we're telling you is what we think it's gonna be. It's like creating budgets.
10 pages out of the.
I don't know if it's 10, but we're definitely getting better.
So you're looking at more or less a generic fiscal implication for the.
Well, what I'm envisioning is this will go. This will clearly, what are we in chapter 11? This paragraph that I got the X through will disappear from here as well as several other spots
Okay.
in this report, in this plan. And we'll just have visual implications and then go into these. So we had 7, we're down to 5. Urge local group develop programs, number 1. Doesn't say anything, so it's undetermined impact. Number 2 is
The sign thing.
Sign code. No fiscal impact. No fiscal impact identified at this time. Because we're going to review it periodically.
Yeah.
Number 3 was encourage redevelopment tax credit eligible historic properties. That we must have got rid of that before. Consider developing, okay, so we changed number 3. Continue to support. There is a fiscal impact for this.
Well, not by having a manager for the main.
I'm sorry, I didn't. come from? I don't remember that, okay,
I mean, that's probably from 25 years ago.
yeah.
But the impact is financial. We had to pay for the things that we had to
okay.
do during this process, like the replacing the water line through the street. We're gonna have costs associated with the lights and those things. But I can't give you the numbers.
Well, the town had to do something with the water line.
Sure, we had to do the water line, right? We replaced it, but we got a grant from the state for $4 million, and we did that.
Okay,
Okay, we're going to have to purchase our responsibility for the lighting that we put in. The fancy light posts, we have to pay 50% of that. That's a couple $100,000 that the town's gonna have to put up through grants or however we get that money, you know. But I don't know all the costs, so there's a fiscal implication. I don't know all the numbers, you know, to give you even a ballpark of what that.
do we wanna at least toss out there some of these, I mean, I know the lights, I mean, if we had done this, gosh, 4 years ago, right, 5 years ago, had done the, work out here for the,
Right.
water line, so we would have had that as an item. Yeah, right now, what you know, I mean, there'll be other things, but we know that, is there a sharing of the cost with the streetscape, like they do 90% and the town does 10? Or is it certain elements of it, like the light?
Yes, there's certain elements that we pay for, it's not we pay 10%, we pay 90%, no.
Like it is on the interstate highway, okay. So, the lights, I mean, are there other components that you know of already, or can suggest, like?
Well, I mean, we spend a lot of Gary's time, right?
Okay.
I mean, we spend a boatload of our town manager's time reviewing plans, and plus I'm on that committee, the mayor attends meetings, so there's a cost that's.
Okay. And it's a cost, I mean, obviously you're always spending the money.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are free, because, you know,
So
we're not changing what you get.
Right.
So, do we wanna list some of those, or?
I think you can maybe put, you know, the couple examples that we talked about, the water line, replacing we relined the sewer, right? We had the utilities that the infrastructure items that the town was responsible to upgrade prior to the state coming in and doing their part. Physical components such as,
Was the relining of water lines,
no, replacement of water
Replacement.
line.
Replacement, excuse me.
Relining of sewer lines. The utility components, like we replaced the fire hydrants all through town. You know, everywhere we replaced the water line, the heater bolts, we did all that kind of.
and
utility work.
repaving?
Well, we had to repave, just to, you know, but we did get some state help with that.
The new streetlights will be underground wiring, correct? Or,
No.
Yes, those light fixtures that are electrified from the bottom up, right? They have,
You're still gonna have the
we're still
electric.
gonna have our overhead lights.
yeah, but I mean, for the streetlights.
Yes.
Now, will they be metered and paid by the town?
Well, yeah, it's the same as the.
So, same as the,
Same
yeah,
as the
yeah.
other lights are, yes. And there's not, you know, the original plan 25 years ago, there was almost 80, I think, of those lights. And the way it is now, I think we're probably about half of that.
Yeah.
Half the number that you have to have.
Okay. couple $100,000, you said for that, a couple more, 200, two.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah, it's 200 to 300, something like that. You probably have a $200,000 bill on that. I would throw an approximate sign in there.
I don't know that they have one of those on a computer
Do it by
keyboard.
hand. I don't know on my phone. That's-
I would maybe put, more temporary repaving under there.
Good point.
I would not want anybody to think that we were paying for the final repaving of the project, because the state will come in and they're gonna do a total repaving from one end to the other, with deep repaving.
But they'll do the sidewalks, they'll do the final paving.
Yes.
Thing like the retaining wall, is that part of
Yes, I mean,
them?
that's part of our design.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's part of the design, but it's not part of our costs?
Nope.
Okay.
I think that the state has earmarked, I think, $10 million, project up to $10 million. They have blocks, you know, that they put it in, and we were, you know, a little more than 5, not quite, then they did fund up, I think, up to $10 million for the project, so we're getting everything that we should get for this project.
I think we should toss that number out there for this, since we're at a point where you have a sense, I think it sets a perspective. We're sitting there saying costs, obviously it's our plan. We're talking about these things that have already happened.
As long as it shows that it's the state funding, let's say up to $10 million for the project.
I could actually start that section sitting there saying, at this point, it appears the state will be funding up to $10 million for this initiative. In addition to the infrastructure items that we've already done.
Correct.
And there will be a town cost for lighting of a couple $100,000 plus staff.
Right.
And likely other panels or.
Possibly, I don't know what we don't know yet, but.
I think you ought to put estimated
And-
costs instead of just,
Yeah, I would use estimated
We're
in there.
going back from the other plans, and we've seen these figures in here, and we've kind of laughed about it.
yeah, that's what I
10
say.
years from now,
Yeah.
we're gonna have somebody,
Another unknown,
Yeah.
another not yet known.
Right.
Unforeseen.
there you go. This project includes upgrading the stormwater, all the stormwater, piping and drains and.
Yeah, they're doing all that. I mean, that's part of their planning that they've been doing. They have a stormwater person that's done all the calculations and where it all goes, and they're upgrading things and changing pipes. It's very in-depth.
That's what my wife did, stormwater computations. Ugh,
It's horrible.
put a count in it. Ugh. She was-
I don't even wanna think of the algebra involved. 'Cause I think that's what it's gonna be, right?
Yeah,
Depends if it's pervious or impervious.
now you're a whole different story.
Oh my God.
Just mentioning the word algebra, I start to get the hairs on my body stick up. Oh.
Okay, so under fiscal impact related to continuing to support the state-town joint sidewalk retrofit streetscape undertaking. Wow, what a mouthful. In addition to the infrastructure items recently done as a preliminary to this initiative, lining, sewer replacement, water lines, fire hydrant replacements, and temporary repaving, there will be additional costs for new lighting, estimated $1,000, as well as town staff resources for plan review and other not yet known related costs.
Sound good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right, because when we did this, there was not a town manager. When we were doing this.
The first time.
Yeah, we didn't have, Frank.
You didn't have Frank, but there was a town manager before Frank.
Wally.
It was Wally before Frank, and then there
Wally
was,
before Frank, he was after Frank.
no, Wally was before Frank.
Again,
And
we didn't have a
before
town manager
Wally,
before Frank.
stop it, and before Wally was Lanny Mummer.
Oh my God.
I think Lanny was the first regular full-time town manager we had. This is how long I've been doing this.
Wow. You getting the old.
Well, you know, he would look at me and go, well, you remember, because I was the only person who remembered whatever the hell it was he was talking about.
Let's see.
I'm just sticking up for the former town managers. I just want that to be made clear.
And the fine jobs they did. Never speak ill of the dead.
Don't think they're dead.
Well,
Well, Frank is.
they're gone.
Yeah, they're
Never speak-
professionally dead here.
Yes.
No fiscal impact on sign review. Then number 5 was review town codes for elements. Okay. All right, I'm pretty sure we knocked off another page at this time. Okay. Well, 2 pages.
Boom, boom.
Community involvement.
Get down to the wire.
Anybody have any comments from their review? chapter 12. For those following at home, this is page 76, and then the previous plan, this was page 147. So, if we were paid by the pound, make an improvement. Okay.
Are we still legislative district 4B and?
I say, is that gonna change here?
I don't know if any of that's, I mean, it sounds like everything in here is pretty straightforward. I don't know if much of it's changed, but I don't know about the specifics.
I think we are, but we just have to confirm that.
Yeah,
I don't think those district lines have changed.
yeah.
Where is that?
That's, oh, I'm sorry, that's about 5 paragraphs down. It's on page, well, 87, top page 87. I would say the goals look,
Well, let's see. The Carroll County Board of Commissioners appoints qualified citizens to numerous boards and commissions, including Planning and Zoning Commission. Carroll County doesn't appoint them.
Well, it doesn't
Right.
appoint yours,
Right.
they appoint theirs. This whole plan is rife with information about the county, which may be of interest, but it's not really part of the New Windsor plan.
Yeah, I agree with
We've been
that.
cutting that stuff out.
Good, I know.
We have.
Chop it.
Chop it?
Chuck it. No, I saw that in a movie that I saw the other day, chuck it.
I heard somebody with the, other than my right ear.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll just echo what, just said by the
Just take
council.
it out.
Yeah, that's county related, I don't know why that has to be in there, but.
An opportunity for citizen participation above and beyond the New Windsor Planning Commission in running for town council. But is that starting with Carroll County Board of Commissioners, just take all that out? I think that's what I hear.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't relate
Wait a
to,
second, got it, it's all gone. Current conditions. Okay, there you go, I see your legislative district 4B, that's still us.
yeah.
Do we want to say who our one delegate is or senator, or just?
It's gonna be no good by the time it gets published.
I know, but it gives perspective. Nah, okay. Everybody's looking at it.
There's a song in there somewhere.
governor's pushing is redistricting it, that might even,
Yeah, we'll be lucky if we have any.
or legislative, yeah.
You still in the second congressional? I know that changed. No, I mean, I just know it changed when we lost Bartlett. And I think he was second congressional.
I don't remember. That's awful, I should know, but I don't.
Okay, I'll look into this. That should be pretty easy to find. Okay, I'm sorry, I guess current citizen participation opportunities? Anybody have any?
Would the BZA, wouldn't that go up with, like, the A, B, C, and maybe D? It says current citizen participation, is that countywide or just within the town, municipal?
Well, I think maybe C should
Yeah.
go away, and maybe we should put new C as the BZA, put our BZA in there, because it is.
Well, it is only, it's the BZA is an opportunity for citizen participation so long as the citizen has standing before the board for the matter the board is discussing. Council, anybody who lives in town can come in and chat and try and convince the council of things. But the Board of Zoning Appeals, testimony, et cetera, before the board is limited to people who have standing to approach that. So it is not the same kind of generalized community participation
Well, I think
as
this
the
was,
planning commission and the electeds are.
but I thought this was saying that there's an opportunity
To serve on that board, right?
Serve. Well, yeah, they can serve. I just,
Because this is what these are talking about, is
Yeah.
serving.
okay.
A citizen could serve on
Oh, yes.
BZA, or could be the zoning administrator if the opening was there, and certainly.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah. I don't think we need that in Carroll County. So.
No, because this is
So you want all gone, say,
C.
See, but then change it if you want to put BZA in there, make C BZA.
all right. Six to B.
Board of Zoning Appeals.
Okay. That's Ed Polster, right?
Now, zoning administrator is Ed Paulsgrove.
Board of Zoning Appeals.
Not even sure who's on the BZA. 'Cause we never meet.
Charlotte Holiday.
I don't think she's anymore.
Or variety.
I think Marcy Munshauer is.
And it was Dale Lohman.
I'm sorry?
Give me some words
Dale
for that.
Lohman, it was
Dale Lohman.
Charlotte, Dale Lohman, and Marcy, but I don't think, she's still listed on the town's website,
Is
but
she?
Yeah.
I don't know whether she's been,
Well, we haven't had a BZA hearing in quite a while.
We had put the
But-
controversy.
Yeah, there's something happened with it. But again, though, these people are serving now. These people may not be serving in 4 or 5
We don't
years.
have names, we
Yeah,
just-
it's just, we're just
What is-
trying to figure out who the heck it is.
What do I put here for what their duty is?
Well, it's
just that
it's a
blurb, it's
It's
the
a
current,
3-member board that hears appeals from certain administrative officials. And is empowered to make decisions regarding a variety of zoning and land development matters. How did that sound, Glenn?
Yeah, pretty damn good.
I like that.
Pretty darn good.
Okay, 3-member board appointed by,
No ipso facto in there, though.
three-year term?
I don't know. So leave that out.
That's what it says in here.
I just don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't sit here and say yes, no. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
gonna leave that out.
Yeah.
A 3-member,
I don't think that's a 3-year term.
Is it longer than it, isn't
I
it?
think it's, they're on the.
Especially since it's probably 3 years since we even had a hearing.
a 3-member board.
It's a life appointment.
Life appointment.
That's what happened.
It's a life
No longer
appointment.
with us.
It's a life
Remember
appointment.
When all those daycares, you needed to get an exception.
Yeah, everybody
Oh, my
wanted-
God.
everybody wanted a
We were having
daycare.
About a couple of them a month.
Forgotten that you were on the
Yeah.
BCA back then,
Yeah.
yeah.
But here's appeals
Was chairman one.
from who?
From zoning administrator, the zoning administrator. Now, you see, I said it once.
I know that, and I didn't get
I
it.
can't
then
be
because-
expected to remember what I said.
Exactly.
Read that back to us,
Yeah, read
please.
it back.
I am. Appointed by the mayor and council, but here's appeals from,
Administrative agencies. And is empowered to decide a variety of matters.
And is empowered to
I
make
like empowered, yeah.
decisions
Or to
regarding
decide,
a
yeah.
variety of zoning and land development.
There you go. You got
And
it.
I should put on here Glenn approves.
Yeah, put on, make sure Glenn.
Yeah, per done, yeah.
Don't you need to throw an if so facto in there somewhere?
And I will just make an editorial comment that, it was the 6th district was Bartlett.
Oh.
And we apparently did have this discussion because then I put down 3rd with a question and then it was scratched to 2nd. And then I remembered Emily Ann was sitting right here because she looked it up on her phone.
It was,
Okay, so
we're the
second is
second.
correct.
We are in the 2nd, so this is correct.
So we were good. We actually did her.
Yep. But I also, we skipped over a note that we had added that, when we were up here in the government structure, we were saying that the council and mayor serve 4-year terms. We then added, with 3 positions, I put voted, but could be, determined every 2 years. While we do a 4-year term, it's not all 6 at the same time. It's 3 every 2 years. Right. So.
I wanna know who's assigned to fix the clock. The clock is wrong. That clock that says it's 7:30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. I'm glad I don't have eyes in the back of my
7:40.
head.
7:50.
7:50 actually.
7:50, yeah. And I don't know why, I think I was talking to you, Drew, and I noticed that the second hand is moving.
Yeah, it's moving, but
I'd say
I was sitting here going, I'm really tired for it only being 7:30. 7:50.
like a work clock.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm sitting there messing with the
wonder we're hungry, everybody's sitting here saying.
Yeah, if it is. Wow, I was just getting into it.
us having names in it, and then I have DH to take them out.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to put, even though it is apparently a lifetime appointment.
DH to take them out.
No names.
To protect the innocent or guilty.
Makes more sense to protect the guilty.
So.
That's funny, she did, this is an area where she did get a lot of these changes talked about, that's good. Planning process. Yeah, land use article, that's right, 'cause that was one of the changes we took out of last year. Good.
Carroll County Board of Zoning Appeals.
So, wait a minute, the current citizen participation opportunity, and right here, on the town board of zoning appeals, we explain what it is.
Yeah. So, see where, it's a cut and paste.
3 years each, it says.
You could put that blurb at the,
BZA is a quasi-judicial board comprised of 3 members. Empowered to hear and decide on requests for conditional uses and authorize appeals or variances to the zoning ordinance.
that's Carroll
They also
County.
may hear and rule on appeals to orders, requirements. We got a little more verbiage in this.
Yeah, put it in, I just,
Well, I'm just thinking maybe we don't need to have it in both places.
now I'll see why you need it twice.
Yeah. Maybe just. so we don't.
I have shown they were 3-year terms.
Yeah. We just keep going in and appointing them.
Yeah, it's the zoning administrator and boarding and zoning appeals, we got it on here twice, so I'll just have less verbiage up here, I'll come back and do something with that. Rather than have just wrote below, I think below is a little bit more meaningful to talk about.
Yeah, this is much more thorough.
Yeah, more thorough. Carroll County Technical Review Committee.
Which isn't called the Technical Review Committee anymore. I don't know what it is called. I just know it isn't called the Technical Review Committee anymore.
We don't need it in here anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was, in the last time, it was called the Carroll County Subdivision Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
somebody had us change it to Technical
Because
Review.
it was the SAC meeting for a long time, and then it was the Technical Review Committee. But last time I heard tell of it, they're calling it something else.
It's not North Plain. Carroll County,
Take it out.
take it out.
Right.
Be consistent.
I love you, Dave Hoffman. You're my hero. Okay, citizen information services. We discussed this and it looks like we did take out, we took out a lot, we've added some things. Everybody see anything that strikes?
Got a lot.
Fear in the heart.
Yeah. Now, there is a note here from Emily about Michelle.
Yeah, I believe that.
Carroll County government posts its legal ads in the Carroll County Times and provides press releases to the media. Where and how we do this is something Michelle will need to update.
Yeah.
And that's what you were saying before, about do we do it on Facebook?
Well, I missed exactly what the topic there was, but
It's just the media.
it depends. I mean,
Citizen
we,
information.
I don't know what Carroll
Citizen
County does.
Information sources.
Yeah, do we need it in there? We don't need it.
Yeah.
For what Carroll County does.
No, that we have, the town has things that we have to.
That we have to post, yeah.
Be a newspaper or whatever, we can't just throw it on Facebook.
Some things are required to be published in a newspaper of general circulation. That's the phrase. As if there were such a thing as a general circulation newspaper anymore. But that's the language. Like your budgets and those kind of things have to be published. But are you having a meeting here or there? That can go more locally. You just have to publish it somewhere so that anybody who is interested can attend or follow along in whatever fashion they can.
So what would you like me to put in there?
I don't know.
It seems like a lot of,
It certainly does seem like a lot of.
We need to have,
So why do you need to have how Carroll County posts their legal notices?
right. We don't.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
we need
Carroll
to list
County
all the
media.
cable stations. You know,
oh, okay.
media, is there,
Is there more than one cable station?
oh, they got like channel 24, 21, 3.
So the three
19.
CMC channels is what's in there, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I have that we took that out,
Oh, okay.
but I see that she combined two together.
But that last paragraph or Carroll County government, that doesn't need.
Let's just make this the last thing that we'll talk about tonight, what we do with this one.
Yeah. I second that.
The town publishes a quarterly newsletter, that is true.
Yeah.
There are a variety of print, online, and numerous television and radio stations broadcasting regional news and information.
True.
Do we want to, that does include Carroll County WT.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to leave that in.
Yeah.
And what was,
Okay, so we wanted to say the county's cable television service provider Comcast operates cable vision channels 3, 24, 3 and 24.
I don't know what numbers they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's still the case. Myself.
Just leave it at that, in addition to, but I think WTTR should be in
Though they have no news,
there. They don't have news?
not a bit.
Really?
Not even,
it's all music now.
not even, like that, they used to have the CBS feed on the hour.
Oh.
Nope,
I only see
nope,
ball
the
games.
world could be blowing up and you would not know it in Carroll County.
Do they give Balkers menus anymore?
Elvis at 11 o'clock.
But Elvis will sing, right?
Then Alan used to come on and say, what was the special
Really, they have an
today?
Elvis hour?
Every day on
It's a
the hour.
useless, it's a useless thing.
So we just,
That should be in there, but Elvis sings at 11 a.m.
Every day.
every
They
day.
have an Elvis song,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think because that's gonna be consistent.
I don't even know if my vehicle could even get AM radio anymore.
Now we get derailed
all right.
here.
How about, additionally, there are a variety of print, online, and numerous television, radio
My
stations.
vehicle allows me to get AM radio.
Really?
Yeah, that's the best you can hope for.
All right.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
I can do AM 1, AM 2 if I want.
I can't get,
Elvis
I'm pretty sure I can't get it.
Elvis o'clock.
Stands that I somehow heard Elvis every time
pretty
I was
funny,
getting ready
yes.
for lunch. And then I realized that it is like every day.
What's today's date?
So there must be some human in the building somehow that makes sure that Elvis gets on, but,
Nice. They haven't let him leave the building.
So. It's like 8:30 at night, it starts, driving the.
oh, okay. I was like,
And I go-
no,
and
almost.
I'm in Hawaii, and I drive by this place, and it's Harriet Schnitt Weinberg Senior Center. Which is on the island of Hawaii.
Really?
Harriet Schnitt Weinberg?
No, Harriet and Jeanette.
And Jeanette Weinberg.
I'm there.
Wow.
Weinberg Center.
Oh, I was gonna say, they are Weinberg
There
Center.
are Weinberg,
Every hospital has a
yeah.
Weinberg Cancer Center.
Not too much.
All right.
It,
How do they make their money?
they don't have,
It's
it's not Russ Morgan there anymore.
Nope.
You remember Russ Morgan when he owned, yeah,
KCOM. There's
KCOM.
only one DJ who's on for like 3 hours in the morning, and that's it. They don't even have an afternoon, they have nothing.
It's their revenue stream.
I don't know, they do a lot, they have ads, I know that much.
Their revenue is ads.
All right.
Oh, they do have
Oh, they
that.
do have ads, oh
Our
yeah.
next meeting is Monday, the 26th at 6. Monday, the 23rd of February will be the one after that. And I'd like to think that we're quite close enough that we would wrap those up and be good to have them on March before the weather breaks. So really look this over for a final. And the reminder about February 4th is that meeting at 6 o'clock up at number 3 off Center Street for Carroll County. All right. Anybody have any other announcements? Bingo's every Tuesday?
Yes.
Is Meatloaf Tuesday tomorrow?
No, there's no bingo next 2 weeks.
No bingo tomorrow?
No bingo
I thought you were
tomorrow.
gonna say no meatloaf tomorrow.
Last week.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to the town breakfast.
That was a good breakfast too, it was different. I liked it.
Sausage. I like that.
Wow.
I like that.
And your problem with
I
that?
like the drawing on the head.
I thought that was clever.
That was really,
It was fun.
yeah, I like that.
And I did not feel like, because Neil always really got into the weeds with the trivia.
Yes.
I thought that with having the first lady, she added a touch to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, I don't speak emoji.
No,
I had no idea what some of those things were.
not at all, not a clue.
Not at all.
Don't forget, she deals with fifth grade.
I know. Well, I mean, I figured I had the intelligence of a fifth grader, but I don't.
Fifth grader at my table, he was rocking it.
Well, I tell you what, I thought the new Windsor stuff, I had all that until they started doing the area codes. Who uses
Yeah, I
area
knew-
codes
I-
anymore?
I can't remember, yeah.
677 is a
Anybody
new.
been to New Windsor, New York?
Yes, several times.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's a lot bigger than us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather live in New Windsor, Maryland.
yeah, I
It's
agree.
a very industrial.
But it's close to
There-
West Point, so you can feel protected or a target.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think we need still an adjournment, though.
Yeah.
We're not officially adjourned,
Can I get a
okay.
motion
I was
for
about
adjournment?
ready to stand
Motion
up,
to
and then I
adjourn.
realized we haven't adjourned.
Motion by Kevin, second by Dave Grayson. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're out of here.
No,
Merry Christmas, everybody.